I'm going to hand you over to the wonderfully dulcet tones of stadium announcer Paul Ramsden, who'll take us through a dedication to a striker who some of us, myself included, actually did have the pleasure of watching play. He came to Huddersfield as a teenager and has just left us. Dennis Law. Here's Paul Ramsden.
Having come the first turf in this very stadium in 1993, Dennis has visited us at Huddersfield Town on numerous occasions over the years. He has remained a much loved and respected figure across the world and will be greatly missed by everyone. We also remember John Sinnott. A period of reflection and applause will start and end on the referee's whistle.
The clearance, and now Forrester still up after the set piece intercepts. Then the cross from Schön falls on the edge of the 6-yard box. Collins wants a penalty, which he's not going to get. It's a free kick for simulation instead. Town get the ball, and that looked dangerous for Huddersfield Town for a second.
Yeah, it did. Bolton just got underneath it, didn't quite get his position right. And I must admit, I thought the curly finger was coming out there and the penalty was going to be given. Obviously, the angle we're at, we can only see the back of Spencer. But there was no massive clamour for a penalty. You can tell by the reaction of the players. But they got behind.
Southwood sends it forward. A touch by Collins brings it down. And then Lolos, the Greek, gets a lucky rebound off Balka, but he uses it, crosses, header goalwards, offside against Collins. It wouldn't have counted. Beautiful save in mid-air by Jacob Chapman. But it probably won't show on the highlights reel because the offside flag was up, and it would not have counted from Collins.
Yeah, great save. You've got to see from Cogley, fantastic ball into the box. Centre forward's got to time his run better. But it's a great save. I'm happy with that. I know we're only 10 minutes in, but already had much chance to use his hands in these first 10 minutes, so yeah.
Huddersfield Town 0, Bolton Wanderers 0. The ball round the outside from Schön's a good one, and Adebayejo has got in behind Lees. Adebayejo onto his left foot, curves it beyond the far post, with Chapman rushing towards him. And Balka and Lees didn't really deal with the burly threat of Adebayejo on the edge of the penalty area as the ball came round the outside.
No, they didn't. And people will say, oh, Lees there, maybe losing a little bit of pace, could have got back. It was nothing to do with pace. Lees was there in plenty of time. He actually got muscled a little bit. I don't think he'd set himself properly, because we don't see that very often. Somebody out-muscling Tom Lees, more aggression than him.
Thomason doing well in defensive midfield. On the halfway line, he lifts it forward and releases Clyde Lolos. Lolos drinks in field past Pearson. His shot is beaten away by Jacob Chapman. It was on target, and Town adjusting, biting Bolton on a bit too much for the home fans' liking. It stays at 0-0.
Another striker. I don't know if Chapman's seen that late, but he's straight at him, and he just parries it back into play. So I'd have to have a little look at that back, see if the ball moved all over the place. But I expect the goalkeeper to deal with that a little bit more comfortably.
Nice control by Charles after a... Can there be a breakthrough? No score. Evans, right-footed, clips it, near post. Spencer's beaten to it by a defender. Kane runs after it and steps over it. The dummy bought initially by Morley, the ball recovered by Hogg. Kane drills it into the near post. Keeper gathers at the second attempt. Southwood more or less had it covered, but had to reach for it again.
Yeah, he did. And Charles there right on top of the goalkeeper, just in case there's any kind of spillage. But great work between Hogg and Kane. Kane just pointing to where he wants Hunt to put the ball. That's where I want it.
Balka reaches a hooked clearance, which is over the top and not really claimed by a teammate. Thomason's on it, it's flicked over the top. Adebayejo can't get past Matty Pearson, but it's flicked again into space. And now Collins scores after going round Chapman, bringing the ball down. It was bouncing away from him, but Collins bided his time and drilled the ball in from 10 yards. It's Huddersfield Town 0, Bolton Wanderers 1, and Bolton did threaten in the first half. They've broken the deadlock in the second.
Yeah, just couldn't get the clearances right. Matty Pearson put his head in where it hurt, He's just speaking to the rest of his defenders now. Where are we? Where's that second ball? Why are we not challenging on the edge of the 18? And Collins has just got all the time in the world. Just a strong 18-yard box. Chapman does well. He stands up as long as he can, then commits himself, sends Collins slightly wide, but they just can't get the clearance on the line. He puts his foot right through it and puts his team in front, and that's a real blow. Just as Michael Duff's about to change things on the pitch as well. He's got something else to think about now.
Herbie Kane, the orchestrator, chips it into the edge of the box. It's left for Charles. In comes a challenge from Forrester, but he can't get near Marshall, whose shot is deflected wide by a defender for a corner.
Yeah, I thought the goalkeeper was very confident then. Just took that little deflection, never really on the power to beat the keeper. But at least he works himself an opportunity. They're keeping the pressure on Bolton there. Now Evans, better with his corner taking, get it back into that danger area which you have done so many times.
Now Adebayo finds McAtee, who's offside, and he chats to the linesman after firing the ball against the support stanchion behind the goal away to our left. Huddersfield Town show some urgency. They should do with 12 minutes left. They need an equaliser. Joe Hodge runs forward. Lovely ball in behind Forrester. He's picked out Callum Marshall, who shot his fingertipped away. Did it go out for a corner? Osei Tutu has failed to keep it in play. After a good save by Southwood, Huddersfield Town will get a corner after all. This could be their big chance.
Yeah, good save from the goalkeeper. It's a favourable angle for him, but he's still got to get down, get a strong hand on it, put it into an area where there's no danger of someone coming in and just putting in the back of an empty net.
Time running out for Huddersfield Town in front of their own fans. They're 1-0 down to Bolton. Evans with the corner, chips it to the far post. Headed away by Jones. Then the shot by Kane, scooped wide for a goal kick.
Such a decent connection. Good defending again from Bolton. They're enjoying these corners coming in there. They're getting the first headers every time. But Kane gets actually a decent connection on it, just can't get it on target. And Southwood's going to take all day.
Chapman slides it for Kane. Oh dear, Kane's been dispossessed by Randall, and now he's got a free run between two defenders. Out comes Chapman to smother it, and Randall is foiled. Great save, Jacob Chapman.
Yeah, great save. Keeps Town in the game, because that was game over with only 4 minutes to go. And Harry Kane is the most relieved man in the stadium right now.
Karoma holds it, works it back to Evans. He squares it instead of crosses it. Kane, Sorensen's weak shot is smothered by the keeper.
Don't know if he's just trying to feed it into an error, Sorensen there.
Final
it doesn't
whistle.
work again.
The final whistle. Bolton Wanderers have clung on after Collins' goal with a resolute defensive performance second half to present their new caretaker management team led by Julian Darby with a victory. It's Bolton's 12th of the League One season overall, and it puts Bolton right back into the mix for a possible playoff run before the end of the season. And Huddersfield Town, tentative in attack, not quite strong enough in defence today, beaten by Collins' goal, and their long stretch of League One matches without losing ends at the hands of Bolton Wanderers at 16. Huddersfield Town 0, Bolton Wanderers 1 the final score, and Town have just a couple of days to regroup before the visit of league leaders Birmingham City.